Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rihanna and here on Reread It, I review, discuss, and summarize books that I have read and tell you guys if it's worth a reread. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than my normal book reviews. As you can see by the title of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys my library and book collection. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, now that I've shown you guys the room, let's get into the books. Okay, so I brought you guys in a little bit closer, but this here is my home library. As you can see, I still have a lot of room left to fill on these shelves, but I have a lot of different categories of books here on the shelf that I'll go ahead and break down for you guys in just a second. And just a quick little fun fact, this is actually a closet in my guest room that I turned into a bookshelf. So my vision for this room was originally for it to be sort of like a quiet, relaxing space where you can come and grab a book off the shelf and go ahead and sit on like a comfy beanbag chair or day bed type of setup. But as you can see right now, I'm using it a little bit differently, but that is my end goal for this room. So that's kind of the vibe that I was going off of when I built this bookshelf. And I did actually build these shelves in myself. Aside from the cutting, I had help with that, but everything else I did myself on here. So I'll post my drawing that I did and the dimensions and stuff. So if you want to recreate this in your home, you could do it as well. So on the top shelf here, these are pretty much all of my boyfriend's books. I haven't read most of these books that are up here. However, he's a successful entrepreneur, so he has read a lot of these books. I believe all of these books, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe one day I could get him to do a little feature on the channel to pick out his favorite books for you guys that are also entrepreneurs or interested in business stuff. Maybe we could set that up and he can show you his favorites. Okay, and then as you can see here on this second shelf, I do have it separated into two separate categories. So on this side, it's more of like the self-help mindset type of books. So there's like some Tony Robbins. So that's the books that we have on this side. And on this side, I don't have very many over here. These are kind of like our random books or like fiction and nonfiction type of books that are more like stories. I don't really read too many of those. We also have dictionaries on this side. So the main ones I have on that side are like Fahrenheit 451 or 1984, and then I also have a few books by Mitch Albom. He's like one of my favorite authors for those kinds of books. My favorite one from him that I have is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven. I'll do a review on that book. I really love that book. I read it when I was, I think, in middle school at the time, and it's been my favorite book since then. I reread it again recently, and it was just like nostalgia. And then I have this cute little thing that I made from clay, just some decorations throughout the shelf, but this one is one that I made. Okay, and then on this third shelf here, I have some of like the spirituality type of books, or the ones that get into like past life regressions, life after death, even a couple things about like aliens and stuff like that on this half. So there's a lot of like Dolores Cannon on this side. She's a newer author that I'm getting into, but she has a lot of great books on those topics. And then on this side, these are more so like religious books. So we have like the Bible, and there's a couple like men's workbooks on that side as well that are my boyfriend's. Okay, and then for this last shelf here, I have all of my health books. So this is anything relating to health or the body. And I have a lot of apothecary or herbal books on this shelf as well. Some of my natural remedies and things like that on here. This is one that I'm actually reading right now. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. I saw this recommended on a TikTok video and I really am enjoying this book a lot. So I'll most likely be doing a review on this book here because so far I'm really enjoying it. And then these are actually some health books that were written in the 1900s, the early 1900s. I think this was from 1919, somewhere in that time period. But these were actually a book that I saw in a video, and I got the only copies that I saw available on eBay, and I got these for a really great price too. But this is probably, well, these two are probably my favorite books that I own right now, just because they're super old, and to me it's almost like owning a piece of history. Like, I just find them to be so cool. And they're sort of like a overall health book, so it goes into different diseases that were common at that time and what they did to treat them and things like that. I'll most likely do a video just on these two books so that I could actually show them to you and like go more in depth on them, because I think they're really awesome. And obviously you don't have to take the knowledge that's in them if that's not what you're into, but I just think they're super interesting as a piece of history. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any book suggestions you have for me down below in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!